Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Welcome back to Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. And in today's weather forecast, we are going to be going over what we can expect as we head closer into November. And this could even include the potential for a hurricane, as tropics are still pretty favorable as of right now. But like I was saying in the last few videos, we will also be watching some storm systems that could be rolling on through as we head into November, which will, be the key to making it a pretty wild month. So we will definitely need to be keeping an eye on it, as things could definitely get crazy. But if you, are new here to the YouTube channel, or if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button. I really do thank you all for getting me up there towards 600 subscribers, guys. I really, really like that, and of course it really does make me happy too as well. So, if we want to, try to get up to 700 subscribers before winter, we can do that. So, like I said, if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to go down below and click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up too as well, which I also appreciate as well. And also, don't forget to leave any questions, comments, or concerns down below. You guys can even let me know on what our next goal should be, but you can leave anything else down below as long as it's respectful. But let's, first go ahead and take a look at what's going to be happening across the United States today. And this is really just to show you guys how quiet the United States is expected to be. We don't really have any, watches, warnings, and advisories in effect for much of the central, western, eastern United States, besides maybe some special weather statements and red flag warnings across this area. Other than that, we're not really seeing anything too crazy across much of the U.S. So, definitely, pretty good for the most part, because we have, really been dealing with a lot of, alerts during the last past weeks, especially when we had Hurricane Milton and as well as Hurricane Helene. So, thankfully we do get some quiet time right here, as we don't have any watches, warnings, or advisories in effect for much of the United States. But, we will continue to be, watching, like I said, for some pretty big changes as we head into November. And like I said, the United States sure is quiet for today, as we don't even have any thunderstorms in the forecast for today. However, though, as we do head into tomorrow, we are going to see some energy start to get out there towards Iowa and northern Missouri, which could maybe propose a threat for a little bit of severe weather, but it's a super small area and we're only seeing that threat for some small hail, so not really seeing anything too crazy as we head into tomorrow. This might change a little bit, as I actually wouldn't be surprised if we actually did see, maybe a damaging wind threat pop up across that area. But other than that, I don't think it's going to be too crazy, as like I said, we just have a little bit of energy up there. So this isn't really caused by any massive storm system. This is just, caused by some energy, some moisture, and maybe even a little bit of wind shear in that area. And that's why we are seeing that potential for a little bit of small to large hail as we head to tomorrow. So all you really need to do tomorrow is protect, whatever is fragile, like cars or anything else than that. But other than that, like I said, not really looking like a huge severe storm day. Let's now go ahead and look at what we can expect as we head towards Halloween. And I just want to let you guys know that, this is the, best environment for storm systems to form, as we kind of have this line right here. We got warmer than normal temperatures across the eastern United States, while we got cooler than normal temperatures across the western United States. You guys can tell that huge difference right there, where we're seeing those 60s and 70s, while right behind it we are starting to see those 40s and even some 30s, guys. So that is a huge difference right there. As we head into Halloween, as both this cool air and as well as this warm air will be colliding with each other, and like I said, that creates a massive storm system right there, already bringing maybe even some severe weather as we head into the end of October. It just depends on how strong it really gets, which does remain uncertain, so obviously take that with a grain of salt, but this is going to be something to keep an eye on, as like I said, it might be strong enough to bring, maybe even some heavy rainfall at times to these areas, and that storm system does, look like it could continue as we head into Halloween with rain and as well as heavy rain anywhere from northern Michigan all the way back down into southern Texas. So certainly a massive storm system, and that's why I want all of you guys in the central United States, eastern United States, and even parts of the Rocky Mountains to be watching this closely, because this could even develop before it even reaches the plains. But as of right now, it looks to develop in the plains and continue east like this, so it's definitely going to be a pretty wild system to say the least. And again, this might even bring some severe weather potential depending on how strong it gets. And that storm system will head out, but we start to see another storm system potentially develop, bringing rainfall anywhere from Texas all the way up there towards the lower Ohio Valley as we head into the beginning of November. And like I said, November is going to be a month where we do need to be watching for more wild storm systems to develop, and like I said, some of them might even bring that potential for a few severe storms as we head into November. And November sure is our most severe month of the second severe weather season, so that's why we're going to be keeping an eye on it closely. Let's now go ahead and start talking about the tropics. So we did, just take a look at what we can expect for the storm systems and if we'll even see anything severe into November, but now we're going to be talking about if the tropics will be favorable as we head into November. And as you guys can see, we still got well above average temperatures across, much of the Caribbean, back into the main development region, and still, some above average temperatures across the Gulf of Mexico. But, since we've seen Helene, Milton, that, has really been helping those water temperatures cool down, which is good news because, we really could have saw, much more rapid intensification. But, anything that does develop in the Caribbean will likely have that chance of intensifying as we head into November, especially if the tropics continue to stay calm and, Oscar has just died down and there's not really anything expected during the next 7 days. So, that is good news after Oscar. But like I said, we are going to watch for maybe some tropics to maybe start getting active once again as we head to next month, which still does remain uncertain. But, this is definitely going to be something to keep an eye on, like I said. So it's always best to be watching out for this stuff, especially if you live across the south and southeast. Let's now go ahead and take a look at where we are at with an El Nino. Now, this kind of helps us figure out on if we'll see development next month, because if we are close to a La Nina, which we are pretty much right on that edge of a La Nina right there, which is 1 degree Celsius or less, below average, then, we could be seeing below average wind shear across the Atlantic and the Caribbean Ocean, because that's what La Nina typically does, is, propose a risk for a more active hurricane season. And that's exactly why we are going to, be watching for maybe in La Nina to develop as we head, probably into the later part of next month, because I really do think that's when those water temperatures will be the coolest, especially because we'll have more cold air around in the eastern and central Pacific as we head, into winter. So, that's probably going to be the time where we'll pretty much, be right below, to a La Nina. But as of right now, we're just on the edge of it. So, we will need to keep an eye on it, but it still remains uncertain on what exactly those water temperatures will do. but we still do expect a weak La Nina, so, we are going to continue to keep our winter forecasts as how they are. Let's now go ahead and look at what the Climate Prediction Center wants to say about this. Now, I'm sorry that my camera may be blocking a little bit over there, but if you guys are wondering what this red color means, this means, we got some chances for development. So the red color with the stripes going through it, that indicates a low chance of development, but still, a pretty possible chance. We even got a little bit of area of that, in the main development region, but the area that we are especially keeping an eye on is this area right here where we got that solid red color pulling up, which is actually right next to Florida, by the way, and that's going to be the area to watch closely for as we head from October 30th all the way into the beginning of November on November 5th. So that's going to be the time frame to watch that area. And as we continue to head later into November, we start to, continue to see maybe that potential die down a little bit, but still a pretty big area that we may see a tropical depression or tropical storm as we head into, the early to mid parts of November. So that's definitely going to be, time frame to also watch for some tropical development too as well. But thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy today's weather forecast. Like I said, I am really happy you guys got me up there towards 600 subscribers, and I hope you guys will continue to be subscribing to my YouTube channel, and I'm hoping we can get up to 700 subscribers before winter. But like I said, you guys can let me know what our next goal should be, and I'll try to do that. But subscribing also does help me do more upgrades to my channel, which I already done quite a bit. So whatever I'm gonna do probably will take a little while, but still subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope you guys all have a great Wednesday.